So, there is some new reports that is indicating that GTA 6 is going to have an age ID verification when you try to play GTA Online 2 or GTA 6 Online or whatever that Rockstar calls the next GTA Online game. I personally am not against this at any way. I mean, this is just essentially like as if you were going to like a GameStop store and like let's say that there's a kid that's 12 years old and his parents are not like doing very smart with him or whatsoever, and so the kid is at a GameStop store or is possibly at a store like Walmart and goes to the like game section aisle or just sees a game on the wall that his parents don't know, and like let's say that game is GTA 4 from the Xbox 360 generation back then, and he goes to buy the game and they say, dude, you cannot purchase this game if you are under the age or whatever, because he doesn't have an ID that shows that he's like an adult. So I personally am not against this at all, but if it comes to the part to like where we all of us have to give our IDs to all of those companies, like the government that's, going to try to like, control us and whatnot, that's just when I think that it's just not going to be very good for either the consumer and especially gaming companies like Rockstar, who are definitely going to pretty much like stand up against this. And honestly, this is going to be one area that these gaming corporations are going to be on our side. So, and I can honestly see like a lot of them is definitely going to be fighting this if this is what the government is going to try to do. But when it comes to just, verifying like your age or something like that for a game like GTA 6, I mean, I'm totally not against it because that's just like, as like if a little kid was going into a GameStop store or a Walmart or some sorts of a store that sells video games, and they go to buy the game and it's just like it's an immature game and they're like, okay, we can't accept this purchase from you unless you have an ID that shows that you're, over age, or you're adult or whatever. Because like I know some people that were able to get their IDs at the age of like 16 or whatever, as long as they had an ID that shows that, that they are mature. It's like that's just what makes really a lot of sense. But yeah, they definitely just are not just going to say, oh yeah, we'll let you have the game because it's against the law, because people are just like going to let little kids have games without their parents' like permission and whatnot. So I definitely understand as to that. But there's like multiple reports that just like the government is just going to try to basically do this on a lot of stuff. And this is not just going to be something that's going to happen just like overnight, but it's going to be like probably like 10, 15 years from now. So I can already say that it's going to get a lot worse from here on out. But with all that being said, I definitely am not looking forward to the future if this is the future that we're heading into. But when it comes to like games like GTA, if it's just like somehow an age verification in a way, and it's just, wanting to see if the child can actually play the game or is an adult or something like that, then I'm totally, not against it because of the idea that, they would do that in stores as well, especially with, games like that's E for everyone or M for mature or E for everyone 10 or plus up in age. It's just I'm not totally against it. But we are going to get to the point that I think that the government is just going to eventually try to get this on every single thing, like every game out there, every place that you go to, like let's say you go buy groceries at like Walmart or something, and it's going to be like, okay, you need to enter your ID in order to basically do your purchase of your groceries, and it's just going to not be very good, especially here in the United States. Like that is just it's just going to create a lot of chaos. And then because of the gaming developers that don't want that to happen for the video games, because they're going to see like profits are just going to drop dramatically, and they're not going to get as many people to play the game online, and they're going to possibly go out of business. Yeah, all these gaming companies, if that happens with the government, they absolutely are going to all probably get together, and they're going to go against the government. So I think we're pretty much going to be taken care of when the government tries to do stuff like that, when terms of like, companies like gaming developers are definitely going to step in, and then you also are going to have like Walmart and all these big other corporations that is not just with video games, that's also going to step in, because a lot of people's just not wanting to get their ID out there to pretty much everybody, and it's just like they're trying to be like, okay, yeah, you need to give us your private information so we can control you. And yeah, it's just not going to be all that good. So I wouldn't worry about that. I don't think that it's going to happen, because like I said, there's going to be lots of cover up, like gaming companies that are going to fight against it because it's going to hurt their sales. And then just people in general, consumers, are absolutely going to fight against it. And then most likely places like Walmart, Kroger's, all of these big places that people go grocery shopping or get their, games, accessories, and or just TVs, whatever, they're all also going to step in, because they're not going to get as much business, because people don't feel comfortable giving out their IDs to pretty much out there, like basically trying to say, yeah, you would have to get us your IDs and all that stuff, like just basically getting their private information. So I just don't see it. And honestly, I hope to God that it does not happen. At least it does not happen while I am actually living life right now, because holy crap, that is just going to be so freaking terrible. And it's just going to be really bad. So, but figured I'd make this video for you guys that brought up with the GTA 6 verification age and all that. That I'm actually totally okay with. But if it gets to like, everybody that has to enter their IDs and such like that, it just ain't going to be all that great. But nothing has been official. This is just a report of a leak that could happen with the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 next year. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this video. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, smack that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and we will keep you posted with more content like this going forward. And let us know in the comment section down below of your thoughts of the government possibly in like a decade or two going to try to basically control you, what you can and can't do, and places that you go, to make sure that like, hey, you're there, hey, you're there. You just let us know in the comment section down below of your thoughts on this, and especially the age verification with Grand Theft Auto 6, if that actually is true. So, tech and gaming reviews. Hope you enjoy the video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.